Taurus, Mama Taurus, Daddy Taurus, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to your funny and your most favorite Armenian guy here at the Renaissance Tarot, where I serve and I slay. Henry, Michael, we welcome you here. Now, dear Taurus, this is going to be your reading from September 15th to the 21st. And in this reading, I'm going to take a look at your recent past, present, and future. I'm going to clarify all the cards and get some final advice for you. Brand new deck, very slippery, but I got it. So dear Taurus, I want to welcome you into this space and thank you so much for being here. Now, these are general readings, so they may resonate with you and they may not. Taurus, what's going on for my Mama Taurus and my Daddy Taurus? For the new Taurusians in the house asking what's going on, my mom is a Taurus and my dad is a Capricorn. So, and I'm the final product. And I'm the byproduct. Okay. Okay, so dear Taurus, your challenge is the world. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck is the Knight of Swords. So your challenge here has to do a lot with some sort of a closure. Cycle is closing up for you, okay? Something here is finally culminating. Maybe this has to do a lot with the lunar eclipse that we had, the full moon. A cycle is closing up and there is an opportunity here to start something new. That's what I'm seeing here in the present moment. You could be dealing with one of the four fixed signs that are actually onto the world card. Could be a Taurus, another Taurus, could be Scorpio, Aquarius, Leo. We're going to see what is this cycle about. What are you finally closing up? Because there is an ending, there is a finish line, okay? We're going to clarify this shortly. Now, in the recent past, you have the Page of Wands, the Seven of Cups, and the Four of Pentacles. In the recent past, I do see here that there was an opportunity or some sort of a passionate brand new beginning between you and another person, but also someone here seemed to be very closed off. Someone here was either holding back, and there was a lot of choices and a lot of decisions that needed to be made when it came to this relationship and to this situation. The first thing that came to my mind here was commitment. I don't know whose story this is going to be, but someone here might have tried to keep the relationship open, or maybe someone tried to kind of, not prioritize you, because when I look at the Seven of Cups, that's the energy that it gives me, Taurus. It's like someone here just, someone here had a very scattered energy. They were like all over the place. We're going to clarify this shortly. Now, in the present moment, Taurus, you have the Ace of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Judgment. So in the present moment, there is love. Okay, there is love, there is a lot of self-love also, honestly. I feel like with the Knight of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups, this is you really doing a lot of self-care, like focusing on yourself, taking care of yourself, a lot of your inner work, your spirituality here, okay? And you could be dealing with the water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. So the Judgment, there is a major realization that you're actually having in the present moment. Something here is, coming into your attention, a light bulb moment. And this has to do a lot with your challenge, which is talking about you finally closing up a cycle. We're going to clarify this and get some more insights shortly. Now, in the near future, dear Taurus, you have the King of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. So in the near future, there is an opportunity here. I see here someone being very passionate towards you. Could be a fire sign, also Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, or someone who really embodies fire energy. There is history between you and this person. Seven of Pentacles, there is history. And this is everything, after the Seven of Pentacles comes the Eight of Pentacles. This is my card of like stopping, pausing, and wondering. Before I get into the Eight of Pentacles, is it worth to invest my time and my energy into this connection or not? Okay, what you don't see coming here at the bottom of the deck, you have a lot of wands. Knight of Wands, King of Wands, Knight of Swords. So there is somebody here that wants to communicate, and this person could come into your life unexpectedly. Could be Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. Someone here that has something important to say, because the Knight of Swords energy is a very unexpected energy, okay? Somebody that may tend to say something or may show up very spontaneously. Okay, so we're gonna see what this is about, and allow me the opportunity to go ahead and clarify for you. So I'm going to clarify the world. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, you have the Sun, could be dealing with the Leo, doesn't have to be. There is a decision here that needs to be made. Wow. So remember when I was saying your challenge here is the world, right? Closing off a cycle. It has to do a lot with you trusting your intuition, and there is part of you, Taurus, 555 on the timer that I'm saying this. There is a little bit of part of you that you're still holding on to this person, holding on to this connection, holding on to this relationship, and you still might be between two worlds, between two timelines, because the Two of Swords here is you really wanting to trust your intuition to actually make the right decision. And interestingly enough, you also have the High Priestess showing up, which is an indicator of your spirituality. I've always said this, and I'm always gonna say, Tauruses, I think you guys are incredibly connected to the source, to the divine. You're a very deeply spiritual person. You don't have to be having your lotus position and doing meditation and eating acai bowls and doing, I don't know, aromatherapy to be spiritual. You know what I mean? It's just like it's your depth. It's just your soul. I don't know. I'm very connected to Taurus people on my channel. If you know, you know. Very connected, okay? After all, it was my mom who was the Taurus who carried me under her heart for 9 months. You know what I'm saying? So like it's just a different connection. So your challenge here has to do a lot with you, Taurus, really realizing the spiritual connection with this person and making a decision. Do you want to close off this cycle or you don't? Because you still are holding on to this person and to this connection with the Four of Pentacles. And that's something we're going to see how it's going to unfold for you. Now, and then I just saw the Lovers at the bottom of the deck and the Sun. So there is a lot of love and a lot of happiness. For whatever reason, you do seem to be wanting to have a lot of happiness with this person, but we're gonna see what is it that's actually been affecting this connection. In the recent past, the Page of Wands is clarified by the Page of Pentacles, the Empress, and the Knight of Cups, and the Five of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So, you know, I see here like behind the closed doors at home, just together, like I'm getting here a lot of misunderstanding and not being on the same page, because the Five of Swords indicates like arguments, conflicts, and there is the Eight of Swords, right? Different frequencies, different energetic fields. And I feel like that, dear Taurus, in the recent past, for many of you, you might have even wanted to be like in a very committed relationship with this person. The Empress here represents the divine feminine, represents marriage, children, kids, becoming a mother. And I know there is a lot of male Tauruses watching me as well. So, you know, like wanted to be a father, or you wanted to be in a committed relationship, right? Husband, wife, whatever your situation is, husband, wife. My channel is all inclusive, sprinkle, sprinkle. If you know, you know. So I do see here in the recent past, many of you really, really wanting to emotionally invest into this relationship. Now, I am going to clarify the Seven of Cups. This is a very questionable card for me, because I want to see, like, why were you not prioritized fully? What was happening between you and this person, dear Taurus? So the Seven of Cups is clarified by the Six of Swords, the Lovers, and the Sun again. And the Seven of Cups at the bottom of the deck. This is insane. This is literally insane, right? Cards are right in front of you. So obviously this is a confirmation that for whatever reason, the person that you were dealing with, this person probably, they had a lot on their plate. This is someone that also came from maybe a different culture, different background. It looks like there was a lot that was going on in this person's life when you both met, or something started going like down in this person's life. So in the recent past, I see here a separation. I see here, you know, slowly someone pulling back, slowly someone withdrawing from this loving relationship and from this dynamic here, right? The Lovers is here. And there was a separation. There was a separation. And the Four of Pentacles here, someone here was withholding. Maybe withholding communication, withholding affection. You know, I know how much, like, for example, physical touch is very important for Taurus. So in the recent past, the Four of Pentacles is clarified by the Three of Pentacles, Page of Cups, and the Nine of Swords. So in the recent past, I feel like that for many of you, you really offered your love. Look, right? I'm clarifying the Four of Pentacles. So you offered your love, you offered your compassion, you offered a brand new beginning to this person. When you look at the Page of Cups, looking towards the Three of Pentacles, it indicates your offer to this person to actually build a solid relationship, because Three of Pentacles is a collaborative energy. It indicates wanting to work things out, like let's do this together. But for whatever reason, which we just talked about in the recent past, if this person did not want to, or they were not able to prioritize you, I see here with the Nine of Swords that there was a lot of overthinking and stressing going on in your mind when it came to this situation, okay? When it came to this person not cooperating with you. So let's talk about the Ace of Cups in the present moment, dear Taurus. The Ace of Cups here is an indication, honestly, with the Nine of Pentacles. This is talking about you doing a lot of like work on yourself, spiritual, mental, physical. Like there is something about you finally deciding to self-care. And you know, I've always said this before, like self-care is not just about like, oh, I'm gonna eat acai bowls and I'm just gonna get a massage and I'm just gonna charge my stone and put them all over my bed. Self-care is like saying no. Self-care, you know, is a form of self-care is basically saying no to the people and to the things that you don't want to deal with. Setting boundaries is self-care. Putting your phone on do not disturb is self-care. Not allowing people to take you for granted and standing up for yourself and speaking your truth is ultimate type of self-care. And I believe that that's what you are doing finally. And that's you. King of Pentacles at the bottom there. You know, guys, I love the King of Pentacles so much. Okay, it's an earth energy, Taurus energy. Very calm, collected, stable. So that's just you. You're building yourself back up. You're putting your pieces beautifully back together in front of the people and circumstances and frequencies that try to break you. And you're doing this with God, with the divine. So Ace of Cups is clarified by the King of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Four of Swords. So in the present moment, you do know that someone here is actually possibly not being very cooperative to work things out with you. There is a pause. Here is what I'm going to explain. I didn't just wake up one day and started shuffling the cards. Look at the juxtaposition and the combination of the cards. If you watch my tarot readings, you always walk away with some sort of a knowledge and golden nuggets. The King of Wands is looking where? Where is it looking? His back is behind the Eight of Pentacles, right? And the Four of Swords. So it means that this person in the present moment is not really in the place to be facing. If it was right here, if the King of, I'm like also teaching tarot. If the King of Wands was looking towards the Eight of Pentacles, it would have really indicated this is somebody that's looking forward to working things out. But I feel like this person is not in the right place yet. Why? Because there is the Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck and the Seven of Cups and the Hierophant, which is you. The Hierophant in tarot represents Taurus energy. And I feel like that the reason why is because there is something about commitment, marriage. You know, maybe you want this person and you to be in a monogamous relationship. I don't know why I'm picking up on that. Or commitment, or no keeping in touch with ex people, even family members, whatever, right? And wow, Ten of Pentacles, you do really want to marry this person and you do hold the hope that things are going to work out together. Ten of Pentacles is like literally like rich lifestyle. And I just feel like that, dear Taurus, this person is still going back and forth and maybe they're weighing their options down. This is someone that seems to be acting kind of indecisive when it comes to really, you know, being very firm and consistent. And you have definitely called it out to this person. I feel like you've showed this person that they need to be very decisive and make up their mind. So in the present moment, because of the fact that this person might not be in the place where they really are ready to work things out with you, you're pouring that love, you're pouring that attention inwards towards yourself. So the Nine of Pentacles is clarified by the King of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, Queen of Swords. Okay, so first of all, I know this is a love reading, but I'm gonna like give you the good news. based on my predictions, there is a lot of abundance that's coming towards your way. There is a money opportunity, and money is energy, and I feel like you're tuned into that energy and into that frequency. Nine of Pentacles is financial independence. If you have been wanting to start your own business, if you've been wanting to really make a lot of money, that is something that I see literally coming in for you. I know this is a love reading, but I gotta honor that, and I'm gonna say that because there is a lot of people who need to hear that. So Wheel of Fortune is about abundance. Wheel of Fortune is about a new cycle opening up for you. And King of Pentacles, that's you. You're someone that you are meant for riches and success. You are walking abundance on the face of the earth, your frequency. That's who you are as a Taurus. You're the earth. What is the earth? Abundance, right? So I just feel like that in the present moment, right now, you are distancing yourself from engaging in any kind of conversations or addressing anything to anyone. The Queen of Swords, from my position, actually, it looks towards the Judgment, and you may make up your mind and make a decision and communicate that. Okay, Queen of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, and the Justice. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the Nine of Pentacles, again, the Justice, and the Queen of Cups. For some of you, this is not going to resonate with every single one. This is maybe for one or two people. Maybe there is a divorce that's happening. Maybe there is settlement issues. There's money issues that's happening. That's a different story. You're going to get your portion. You're going to get your portion. Things are going to work out. If that's not the case, for most of you, I just feel like that there could be a very heart-to-heart conversation to decide on to where you both want to move forward before you either close this chapter or not. Why am I saying this? Is because the Judgment, Scorpio energy, Judgment. It means an awakening and a decision, and you have another major arcana. So it's like the divine forces are actually intact. They're in place. Something here is taking place in your life where your money is falling into its place, your financial situation is improving, and everything is getting better. Also, the relationship and the connection with this person, there is alignment that's coming up for you. It's going towards there, because whatever you and this person, whatever situation you and them are, it's like this person cannot avoid that. They cannot avoid that. This person deep down, they turn from the King of Wands energy as if like, oh, I'm just focused on myself. I got a lot going on in my business. They're turning into with the Queen of Cups, which means like they're really wanting to take accountability and like talk to you about their emotions and their feelings. And the King of Wands is again in the near future. So the King of Wands is clarified by the Emperor, Aries energy, Eight of Wands, and the Two of Wands. So in the near future, with the King of Wands, I do see here some sort of news coming towards your way. Eight of Wands is about action-oriented energy. You and this person, for some of you, could be living in long distance. There's going to be movement. And for others of you, I do see here with the King of Wands, there is a situation. Someone here is gonna compromise and conform. I don't know who that is. Someone here is gonna come out of their comfort zone. I'm hearing the word sacrifice. Someone here is gonna realize that they are gonna need to make some sort of a sacrifice in order for them to really meet your standards and to be with you. And that is something that's coming up in the near future. Now, Seven of Pentacles is talking about the investment, like I said earlier, right? Pausing and reflecting, and you might be the one that's gonna think, is this something that I should really invest into or not? Seven of Pentacles is clarified by the Queen of Wands, Eight of Swords, and Five of Swords. So a lot of you, there is an unresolved issue. There is something here that needs to be resolved, a conflict, and I do see here that being addressed, okay? Before you even have a brand new beginning with this person, Ace of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, before there is a chance for you and this individual to embark onto a journey where there is going to be commitment and family and a strong relationship, there is something that must have happened in the past that you want to gain clarity moving forward, because it's like you don't want to be tiptoeing. I'm feeling here some of you don't want to be walking on eggshells, okay? You want to set this person free. Maybe this person had addictions in the past. Maybe there was addictions that were involved. I'm getting here some behavioral patterns, something like that. It may be health related. I don't know. Whatever it might have been, you just want to make sure that everything is in its place before you move forward. I think that's a very Taurus energy as well. We want to make sure everything is demure, mindful. Everyone is acting accordingly as a cutie patootie before you invest your time. What is the Seven of Pentacles? It's your resources, right? Your resources, dear Taurus, are your time, money, energy, attention. And you want to make sure that you're putting your attention into the right place. which you definitely cannot be blamed for. So in the near future, the Knight of Wands, someone here is like taking action, clarified by the Ten of Swords, the Ace of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles. So a painful cycle is finally going to close up between you and this person. And the action is about the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is about speaking the truth. It's about finally being very clear. After the Ten of Swords, maybe some of you felt betrayed by this person. Maybe some of you felt that this person didn't tell you the entire truth. And I just know, I know you love this person so much, but you still want to know the truth. And that is something that I see here this person could be initiating and wanting to talk to you, dear Taurus, for you to know which direction, for you to be clear and have a clear mind and have faith, okay, in good faith that you want to stand to see where this relationship is going, because ultimately the Ten of Pentacles showed up again. You do want to have family. You do want to work things out with this person. Maybe some of you, even want to buy a property and, move things forward with this person. But there is a lesson here that this person needs to learn. And if there has been a lot of on and off situations between you and this person, you feel like you were not prioritized and there was a lot of uncertainty, dishonesty, deception. That's why the challenge here is the world. Are you and this person, both of you, able to put the past behind you and close this cycle and move forward or not? Because if not, I think that you're going to take your time and you're going to really wonder if this is something at all that you want to proceed forward or not. Because it's a decision that you are showing up as you are the one that energetically you are making that up in your mind. Okay, and there is a lot of turn of events and change of events that are going to lead you to encounter this person again and to make it happen. Okay, and to decide and to have a conversation which is going to make you realize which direction you want to move forward with them. So let's get the advice for you from these slippery cards. What is the advice for my mama Taurus and dada Taurus? Okay, so Knight of Cups, the King of Swords, and the Tower. Scorpio, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, another water sign, like I said, Leo, Sagittarius. So here is the thing. If something here needs to change, it's got to change. The Tower is unavoidable. It's not a good idea to just push things under the rug, sweep things under the rug and avoid a Tower moment, because the Tower moment here is a good thing. Do you see the frequency, which I talk about a lot, that's hitting on top of the Tower? What does that mean? That means that there is an understanding, an awakening, and an upgrade that's going to happen. Because you and this person are realizing that you need to change some things in your relationship, in your connection, in order for both of you to move forward. You or this person, both of you cannot have one foot on the dock, the other foot on the boat. There has to be equilibrium and also harmonizing and coming and to be on the same page for you and this person to move things forward together. The Tower is unavoidable. Whatever's got to go, whatever needs to change to reform will need to be changed in order for you and this person to build something on a very solid foundation together. So from the bottom of my heart, dear Mama Taurus and Daddy Taurus, I want to say thank you for being here. I love you so much, and I will see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.